Hey everyone, check out the FlightLine Velocity. I have been looking at this airplane for a long time for multiple reasons. Number one, the price is really good. It's $180 or $170. I purchased it for $150 on sale 2 weeks ago, and it has been a blast. I've got 10 flights on it. You might notice if you look a bit closer at the decals that I've actually crashed this twice. I had a rough landing on my first one. I came in a little too hot, kind of pancaked it, broke the propeller and broke the tail. And then my second flight, I put a new propeller on, didn't give it enough throttle, and because there's so much torque with a fast plane like this, I threw it, it immediately turned, and I didn't give it enough aileron correction in time, and it hit the ground. And so this is actually glued together in a few different places, and you can see it's still looking pretty good for what it is. So let me first show you a few things that I love about this plane. First off, check out the canopy. Go ahead and come closer right here. There's a lock right here that opens. And in here, I've got my Lemon receiver, 6-channel. This costs $15. I love value airplanes. And then I also have this battery tray right here. What's cool about this is you open it, and the battery tray opens like this. So I hate when it's so hard to Velcro and take out batteries or put batteries in. In this case, it's super easy because you put the Velcro on while it's in the battery tray, and then you slide it in, and it clips in really nicely right there. Other things I like about this too is it has the servos on top right here so that when you do belly land, they don't grab the grass or anything like that. It's got, I believe, a 5x7 prop. This is not the stock prop because I broke it on my first landing. And so this is a APC 5x7 electric prop that's working just fine for this plane. On the back, the servos are really close to the elevator as well as the rudder. Now, something I've learned about this rudder is it's kind of useless. The rudder surface area is not very big at all. Even with the 100% rudder on my stick, it doesn't really do much, which is okay because of the nature of this type of airplane. I'm okay with that. Other things down here, you'll see that the plane or the main wings connect with 4 screws. Very easy, which I really like. The assembly of this was really, really quick. Here are the other 2 screws for the elevator right here. And so this was a very, very quick assembly. It really, really was. And there's not a ton of room here in the main bay, but it's just enough. Whenever I plug this in, I simply twist the cables right here to get my connectors in from hitting the top of the canopy. And then you'll also notice I am using a 2200 mAh 4-cell battery. You can use an 1800 to 2600. I just went with the recommended 2200, and I've been getting like 6 to 8 minutes of flight time depending on how hard I cruise. So anyways, this is a quick overview. I think, oh yeah, something else I want to show you guys too is I really like how the wingtips right here, they actually put this plastic on here. It's this hard plastic on the wingtips. That way, if you accidentally hit the corners or edges of the wing, which it's very easy to do that and dent them, you're not going to do that with this because it's a hard plastic, which I think is a great bonus as well. So right now we'll go up to the field just up there and we'll give it a toss. All right, so I'm using a Spectrum NX8 transmitter, which I've really loved. This is only a 4-channel plane. Actually, it's a 5th channel if you want to use reverse thrust. I don't have that set up because I just don't see the need for it, to be honest. I've got my throttle cut on right now for safety. I'm going to hold the cables down as I put the canopy back on. It clips in place nicely like that. I'll double check my control surfaces. I've got low rates, medium rates, and high rates on. And I would definitely suggest just putting the rudder on 100% high rates for all of them because it doesn't really do much. With that, let me remind you that when you take off a plane like this, a hotliner, it's super torquey, meaning the second that you take this off, it's going to spin to the left because of the torque of the propeller and the motor. And so that's what I learned on my first 2 flights is that this is very unique to a plane like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna launch this with my left hand because I'm right-handed, and I'm gonna have my hand on the aileron stick. So the second I launch it, it's gonna go up, it's gonna level out automatically just because of the weight of the plane, and then it's gonna automatically turn left. So I'm gonna use my right aileron stick to then bring it back, and then I'll be good. So in other areas or in other times that I flew this, I try to launch it with my right hand because I'm right-handed, but I couldn't put my hand back on the stick in time before the torque roll took over control, okay? So there's a tip for you right there. Let me do one last check. Let me see what rates I'm on. Mid-rate. Okay, I'm gonna go on mid-rates right now. The manual specifies what they should be on. Motor on. Motor cutoff is now off. I'm gonna go to 80% throttle. right, that torque roll kind of took effect right there for a second, and now I'm cruising at about 50% throttle. It's a quiet plane. I'm not worried about this at all, making the neighbors upset, because it's a quiet plane. The roll rate on this is fine. I do wish the roll rate was faster for a plane like this. It's all about 50% throttle. Now, a fun trick that I've learned, and I'll bring it straight up in the air right in front of us. You bring it up, you jam the sticks in the top right or bottom right, and there's this cool little flip. I'll do that again right here so you can see. I'll bring it around. So bring it up. It's kind of fun. And that's without any type of reverse thrust. Okay, now how to get speed on this plane. And by the way, I'm just banking and turning this type of plane. I'm not using the rudder at all right now because the rudder doesn't do much. So to get the most speed out of this, to make it go 100 miles an hour, is I'm gonna go up over here on the edge of the field. I'm gonna bring it down, 50% throttle, 100% throttle, watch this. Woo! That thing's definitely going between 90 and 100 right there. That is fast. Again. I'll do it one more time. Coming down. Nice. So that's what's fun about this plane, is it's going from one side of the field all the way to the other in a matter of seconds. And it might be because of the aftermarket prop I have on it, but the flight times are really good, between 6 and 7 minutes. There's a cool little trick right there. Bring it back down. And now I'll bring the plane kind of closer. Now, the other videos I've seen say that this slows down nicely. It slows down, but I'm always a bit concerned that it's gonna stall, because it's a heavy plane for what it is, because it's got so much power in it. And so I am going slow right here. Like I could fly this. I could take off in a smaller park for sure. This is one of the larger fields that I fly in. So this is the FlightLine Velocity. I love Motion RC. They're a great customer service. They ship out super quick. And there's a few other planes just like this, and like the hotliner type of category are between like $200 and $250. One is from Horizon Hobby. And then the other one I think is from Hobby King. And the reason why I didn't go with those is because this one was just so well priced. Plug and play for 150 bucks, and that was just awesome. So now I'm gonna do some more power. There's a loop. And then I'll show you the roll rate on this so you can see what I mean. It's not the fastest roll rate, but it's fine. So I'll go fast, 100% throttle, roll. That's what it is. So it's a good roll rate. I just wish it was a little faster. I'll do a loop right here. Very quiet, very nimble. It's doing everything I want it to. Nothing weird. When it stalls, I'll go ahead and show you what a stall looks like. So I'm going to come right above us. I'm using the rudder right now for the first time in my flight. So I'll show you a stall what happens. So I'm bringing up elevators. It's going to stall to the left like that, and it comes down. So just be aware of that when it does stall. It's always tipping to the left wing for me. Obviously, I mean, I'm assuming it's because of the torque of the motor. All right, a couple more fast passes. I love the sound of that. I've been flying at this field since I was 10 years old. It cuts through the air very nicely. I'm really happy I went with the 2200 mAh because it gives me plenty of flight time. I was gonna go with the 2600. I love that noise. Now when landing a belly lander like this, that the prop sticks out significantly, what I've learned is you've got to be very careful when you bring it in. Cut the throttle as far out as you can. This propeller keeps spinning no matter how long ago you cut the throttle. But you cut the throttle, you bring it in as slowly as you can without stalling. And I've even stalled this like a couple times just right above the ground because I'm trying to slow it down so much. And it will always just go to the left wing or dip to left wing when it stalls right above the ground. So you really want to bring this in as slowly as you can. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Throttle cut, gliding, up elevator, up, 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 up. Boom, perfect. Let's go ahead and walk over to it. So I'll put my throttle cut on just for safety. That was a fun flight. There's almost no wind here. And the best part about this plane is just going up, turning around, high speed pass, high speed pass. That's where the thrill of this plane comes from, is the speed. And so the maneuverability is good. I love value airplanes like this for $170 or $150 on sale. This is such a great value. I've gotten lots of small park flyers for $100, $200, and the value for this I think is just incredible, absolutely incredible. So I'm still holding my breath a little bit when I land because I broke 2 propellers, but we're just fine here, and a great flight. Let's see, I was at about, I think I have this set for, that was a 4.5 minute flight above 20%, which is how I have it. I'll take off some of this grass. And overall, really enjoy this airplane, very fun. This is definitely different than anything else in my arsenal. It's very fast, very quick, and I love that I can fly at a park or at my flying field at my club. At the flying field, this thing's gonna go from the left part of the field to the right part of the field very, very quickly, but also at a park, I can take off and fly a bit slowly and fly above the trees pretty easily as well. So I like how this is a very, it's a flyer that I can bring to the field or the park, and because I have a park right in front of my house, it's very important to me to have a plane that's very versatile. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this plane. I definitely know the good, the bad, and the ugly about it, so I'll be happy to share any more insight on it. Hope it helps, and have a great day. We'll see ya.